Hey guys, how's it going? MasterBucks here. Welcome to another episode of the Newcastle United career mode in FIFA 18. We are again halfway through the January transfer window. I left you guys with a bit of a question as to who you wanted me to sign in the next episode. Of course, I can only make one pre-contract signing, and we were choosing between Courtois and Carrasco. You guys did throw in some extra suggestions for players to sign, which is cool, but Courtois, definitely still one of the options that I'm looking at, and then of course a little further down, Yannick Carrasco. I did try to go for him before, but I kind of realised I didn't have enough cash, so I'm going to have to wait a week before I can go for him. Hopefully he's still available. If not, then I guess the decision is going to be made for me. And then on top of that, of course, I've been looking at some other comments to see who you guys think I should be picking up. But yeah, we will make a decision hopefully in about a week or two when I've got a little bit more cash to afford one of these two players. But before we get into transfers, we've got 2 games left to go in January, both Premier League games, starting with a match against Everton at home. And hopefully we can get it done and bounce back from a relatively disappointing episode last time out game-wise. We'd been going on an amazing run up to that point. Took a bit of a break, and the lack of form, or the form that I lost really was made apparent, especially on these settings, on Legendary. And I'm playing another game in the rain as well. Kick-off at 9:18 PM. That's extremely specific as well, but alright, whatever. Let's just get into it. I'll just throw it in there as well, by the way, that yes, I do kind of have some tape around my elbow, just in case anyone picks it up and wants to talk about it. I just recently donated blood, and it's a bit too early for me to take it off. I know that's unrelated, but alright, now we know. Big Sam's still in charge of Everton in this career mode as well. Let's see if they're still ticking and playing that god-awful football that he was playing before when he was in charge. Wayne Rooney's still at Everton as well. That's interesting. And runs straight into DeAndre Yedlin. That ball is overhit. And thankfully we will keep it. And I'll tell you what, on the right-hand side, look at that lovely ball. Senghis Under is going to have to go here. Might fake shot to see if I can get past, and he's done it nicely. I'll fire this one. It's saved, and unfortunately it wouldn't bounce back to Mitro. I was trying to shoot it with his right foot and across the face of goal, but it didn't do it. Oh, this will work. Oh, Keane gets a slide tackle in just to stop it. Mitro, though. Can he pass it? Maybe. No, again. Ramsey will taking way too long to shoot that, and I think it's a goal kick. Oh, how has this happened? Sabitzer is away. Is he going to be able to get on through and get a shot? Yes, he will, but it's put wide. That's going to end up in a corner. Are you fucking kidding me? How did they get a corner from that? I swear if they score from this. I nearly thought they pulled a fucking ridiculous goal out of their ass there, FIFA 18. I thought that somehow that was going to end up in the net. I swear if it did, I'd have lost it. I don't think I'm going to have enough time for a counter-attack here. And even if I went quick, yeah, that's all right. Still 0-0 at the half. And I just could have had had the one chance with Sabitzer that he's put wide. And he's not really had that good a game, Marcel Sabitzer, which is like shocking because he's been like one of my most consistent performers for the last few months. And now he's kind of gone AWOL. In the end, we do find a way to get it to Shelby. Puts a little one into Mitro. Mitro can score! Finally, our first attack in the second half produces the first goal. And that's just a nice deft ball past the back four to get to Mitro, who's running onto it. What a brilliant play. We had to drag a lot of midfielders away to create the space for Shelby, really, to run into. And then Mitrovic was just keeping on side. Fight it low and hard past the goalkeeper. If I didn't score there, then I would have had some serious problems. And I nearly didn't. I put it way too close to the goalkeeper. Good ball that. Mitrovic. Can I fake shot this time? Yeah, this time it does work. And this time! Marcel Sabitzer with 2. Looking good now. I couldn't pick up a single win in the last episode, and except for that one simulator game, but you know what I mean. Finally, I might actually get a win here if I can hang on. What a pass. What a ball. Oh, he's just offside. Oh, that could have been it. I'm interested to see how level he was, because I thought that was a lot closer. It just was... Oh, if he gets back onside there, if he's just fucking trying to stay, if he was onside there, it's a goal. Just waiting for the opportunity. I can see Shelby. Do we try it with him? Bang! Oh! There we go! Jojo Shelby. Anytime I get that chance with him, I'm going to let fly. And we've got it bang on. That is why he is in this team. Look at that space. How can you give this man that much space over the top of the keeper and in the back of the net? And I reckon that's about game over. We can just wrap this up, I reckon. Just wait for the final whistle. One more delivery here. There's a man right there. Lejeune! How does he score that? Oh my God, it's all paying off in this second half. Somehow gets over the top of everybody, and he is there and waiting. What a volley. I do not know how, but wow, what a goal. What a goal. 89th minute, 4-0, just to seal it. It is over and done with. And that will do it then. Full time, 4-0 the final score. Oh, come on, more of this. This was excellent. More of this second half specifically. First half was a bit of a fight to get anything, but in that second it was opening up. I was attacking down that left-hand side and it was working just beautifully. Every single time I was getting something. Much more of that hopefully to come as we take our spot back in second on the Premier League table. A transfer offer for Manquillo, 15 million from Atletico Madrid. I don't know if I want to let him go at the moment because, I mean, he's my highest rated left back and he's doing all right for me. We also get confirmation that Lazard just sold as well. So now we should have enough cash to go for either of those players, I think. Carl Darlow went as well, and we got some prize money, albeit some FL prize money for the FA Cup. So we should have enough funds now to make that transfer. And I can now go back for Yannick Carrasco. Now, guys, this is my thought process here. As good as it would be to have Thibaut Courtois, it's, again, the whole question of would he actually go to Newcastle? Even if Newcastle were flying and Chelsea were struggling, would that be a possibility? I mean, to be honest, maybe not likely to happen, but at the same time, I'm not too sure if I'd want to waste my, even if he's a 90 rated goalkeeper, if I'd want to use up my one pre-contract signing on honestly, on just a goalkeeper, because to be fair, yeah, he's quality, but I can still train up Thomas Strakosha and get him up to a 90. It would take me a while, but I could still do that. And outfield players grow way slower than goalkeepers do. So if I really wanted to bump up Strakosha's stats, I could do it through training, but I've just paused it for now. I'm happy with where he is. Yannick Carrasco, though, a guy that can play on both the left-hand side and the right-hand side in the formation that I've got set up at the moment. A guy I think could very easily go at left wing as well. I really want to go for him too. Let's bring him back into the real world. I know that he's into the real football world, shall we say. I know he's doing his trade in China at the moment. Let's get him to Newcastle. Let's get him in the Prem. I'm going to start things off at 200,000 again because I know that was around about what he wanted last time. He was happy with a major pay cut and again, 230 grand a week plus a signing bonus and a goals bonus. I'm going to do my thing again because you know me and try to barter him down a little bit, but we'll see what they say about that. Oh, it's an absolute genius. It's not quite what my client was hoping for. Every time they say that, I know I've got about as good a deal as I possibly could have there, but welcome Yannick Carrasco to Newcastle United. He will be joining us next season, hopefully in a Newcastle side that is in the Champions League. We will see. But again, we still have some cash left over, 6 million in transfer budgets and a little under 90 grand worth of wage. I think I could maybe possibly sign someone else there, or at least not with that cash. I reckon I might be able to play a swap for a couple of people. There are a few names in here that honestly I wouldn't mind just trying to swap for someone a little younger with a little more potential, if you know what I mean. So I might do that, and if anything comes up, I'll let you know. I'm currently going for a new CDM, if you know what I mean, because I'm thinking that when I go to a 4-3-3, I might incorporate a central defensive midfielder, and we've only got Marino at this point. So I've got Andre, Frank, Zambo, and Guisa right there, and that's a better offer. I'll be honest, I have an abundance of centre-backs right now. Kieran Clark and Mbemba never play, so I'm giving up Clark to get this man. And because I can't be asked with contract negotiations ever again, I'm just delegating every single contract from now on, and hopefully my assistant manager doesn't stuff it up. And another game being played in the goddamn rain. I swear it's not stopped this entire month. Every game that I played for the last few episodes has been in the rain. When does it stop in England? It's just unbelievable. But finally, we're going to get this game underway. Burnley versus Newcastle, the exact same starting 11 that went out and smashed Everton 4-0. But can we do it away at Burnley at Turf Moor? They're not exactly on the incredible hot streak that they were on in the Premier League last season, so we'll see how they go. Again, a look at the Premier League table. They're in 9th at the moment, highlighting Manchester City. Again, we're seeing guys like Manchester City and Liverpool start to rise up the table. Arsenal, I think, have taken a backward step. We keep going from strength to strength, though. Hopefully we can continue our rise up the table. I mean, we're only a few points away from Spurs, and they're all the way up the top. Alphonso Davies going to get sent away here. Does he have the skill moves? Oh, you better believe it. The cross at the back. Oh, Heaton gets something on it. Marcus Rashford, I keep forgetting, went to Burnley in this career mode. How crazy is that? His career's really fallen off for that to happen. But away we go once more. Sabitzer. Great ball into Mitro. We should have some numbers here. If we can make this count. If we can make it count. Sabitzer. There we go. Oh, we just outnumbered them in that attack. Early goal. That's a perfect way to get things underway. Look at that. The little chip through ball over to Mitro. And it was 2v3. We had the man free on the left-hand side. Just had to get it to him. Just had to put it past Tom Heaton. God, shot saved. Strakosha, pick it up. Oh my God, I swear. Come on. At times, I'm just not quite sure what the hell. How's he kept that in? Oh, wow. I thought he was going to run out of bounds. DeFore nearly put that one in as well, but just, I think, hit the outside of the post. I thought for sure that was going to go out. Could I set up Mr. John Joe Shelby for another shot? Could I? Oh, referee. He's gone right through the back of me. You blind fucking asshole. How is that not a foul? I'm sorry. He's just gone right through the back of me and tried to win the ball. That's extraordinary how that's not a foul. I'm sorry. Fuck off. That's not right. I should have had a free kick right before the end of the first half that obviously I would have scored from, and I obviously would have been up 2-0 going into it, but no, apparently not. The referee's robbed us a bit. Oh, what a fucking finish. Top right-hand corner in off the post, and it's 1-1. That's a good pass, though. Davies. Saved. Mitro couldn't get there. Oh, look at... Oh, my God, what a fucking save. How the hell? That was brilliant build-up. How did we not make that 2-1? Look at this. And once again, we'll get another chance at it. We'll get another chance. This time, Sabitzer finishes. That is 15 Premier League goals this season at the real halfway point, you know. If we can somehow put an even better second half together for Marcel Sabitzer, we could be looking at record number of goals in a season here. Richie with the tackle. Away we go. And I think if we can work this correctly, Sabitzer might be on for the hat-trick. Or maybe he could set up Mitro. Or maybe it will be Sabitzer. Maybe it is the hat-trick. Oh, denied again by Tom Heaton. In comes a delivery. Clear this one, please. Wood somehow is able to win the header there, but that's all right because we got it. Richie, I'm not sure about that touch. They pump it up forward. Header is sort of won by Lascelles, but it'll go right to Hendrick. And they are probably going to get... No! Not the final chance of the game. It's ended before they can whip the ball in the box, and it is going to end in another victory. 2 wins in this episode, 6 points. Great stuff. We defeat Sean Dyche's men, and maybe one step closer to taking the top of the table back. We now advance into the transfer deadline day, and the only activity we're looking to do or that we're waiting for is to hear back from our chief exec or from our assistant manager, whatever, who's hopefully sorted out a contract for that centre defensive midfielder I'm looking to replace with Kieran Clark. And our assistant manager has come up with a contract, a 5-year. He's an important first team player. I'm not so sure about that, but a 34 grand a week wage, I'm just going to accept that. That's fine. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to be playing him that much, I reckon, but he's coming in. We're making at least an immediate transfer in this window. Andre Frank Zambo Anguissa. Now, that's a long name, I know, but I'll try to remember it. The reason I went for another CDM is because we've already got a fair few decent centre-backs in. We got Lascelles, we got Lejeune, we got Mbemba, and I'm hoping to get a couple of younger centre-backs coming through. We've got a few in our youth academy. I don't need like a fourth older centre-back, if you know what I mean. So I felt like I could just replace him. And if I do eventually go to this 4-3-3 formation and I do end up going with a CDM, then I would like to have another backup option instead of just Marino. And even Marino might not end up being that good. Zambo Anguissa is a guy, another backup player I'd like to get. Got a good potential. Maybe he can get up pretty high as well. And to be fair, Isaac Hayden's growth has just sort of stopped dead. So I might not be keeping him around that much longer either. I just like to think of it as we took a player that's nearly 30 years of age and has hit his peak, not getting any higher, and we brought in a player about the same overall, many years younger, and has still plenty of room left to grow. I think that's perfectly fine business on my end. And now all there is left to do is just advance, wait for something to come through. There's already been 180 million spent, and we're just 9 hours left to go in the transfer window. Who knows how big this could end up? Nangolan has gone to Manchester City. They've just been going off right now. Castillo goes to Manchester United, and Vasquez goes to Chelsea. We now have about 7 hours in, and there's been nearly 300 million spent already. This is insane. This could shape up to be a huge one. 342 million is where it's at now. Again, it's only going to get bigger. Interest shown in Dominic Iorfa, who's a player I would like to sign, but the only problem is you can only get a player in the last 6 months of their contract on a pre-contract. You can't actually go and buy the player. It's so stupid, but I mean, what can you do? We got an offer for Yedlin, not interested, and a Stefan O'Connor offer, a guy that is kind of lower, and I'm not really, looking to keep around, to be fair. He's just not getting anywhere, so I'll sell him on. Oh my God, it's gone up again. We are getting there's so much happening. We've nearly had $500 million spent. I don't know if I've ever seen, I'm sure it's happened at some point, but $1 billion spent in one transfer window. Could it happen? With half the time left, we're nearly half the way there. I don't know. There needs to be some big deals happen at the last second. 4 hours left. How much does it go up by? Not an awful lot, but it is now over the $500 million mark. Let's just keep watching it. 3 hours left. Goes up by about 60 million. I don't think we're getting $1 billion, but we are really getting somewhere close. 2 hours left to go, and it's not going to get over the 600 mark. All right then. But we got a few more emails left. Interest shown in Lanzini. Transfer talks are broken down, as they always do seem to do. But yeah, looks like we're basically done. Looks like it has ended at $582 million, an insane amount for sure. But now we continue on and take a look at our scout reports. We've still got a few left. A training injury. 2 weeks for DeAndre Yedlin. Well, that's not great because he's our best right back and we don't have many backups. I might need to call up maybe some youth players, but as we're taking a look in Scotland, there's not an awful lot here worth looking at. Unfortunately, in Ireland as well, my best scout has really come up with nothing in these last few months. It's really disappointing, to be honest. I might make one signing just only off of potential alone, and only because it's like minimum 81, max 87. So I'll sign up Patrick O'Connor. But aside from that, that's it. And again, Scout Network we're finished now, so that's it. Nothing really else from Scotland and nothing from Ireland. And the final one from England. Do we have a big, high-rated player right toward the end? No, again. It's just been very disappointing right toward the end. I've got to be honest with you. And the only player, again, I'm going to sign, again, just off potential, Henry Hill, who's got the best potential that at least I know will be into the 80s in some capacity. So Henry Hill, will sign him. And again, just got to say goodbye to everybody else. Our youth academy is looking really, really nice. We've got some players that are already up into the 70s and some that are in the high 60s and well on their way. Great potentials almost everywhere you look, and it's looking quite promising. It's looking quite exciting. But since all the scouts are available to be sent away again, I may as well just do it. I'm sticking with the same guys once more, even though they kind of let me down toward the end. Instead of sending them around Europe and around the United Kingdom, I'm going to go way out there. Let's go for a bit of South American flair, if you know what I mean. I might send one scout to Argentina, so Chris McGuinness can go for 9 months. Bang. We'll go to Brazil with Brendan McGee, our 5-star experienced, 5-star judgment scout. Hopefully he comes up with the next Neymar or the next Pele, I don't know, we'll find out. And Gordon Campbell, what do we do with him? I'll tell you what, let's have a bit of fun with this. We've already got Brazil and Argentina out the way. I'm just going to ask my phone for a random country. And whatever it ends up being, I'm just going to send them away there, so long as they're available. Siri, name a random country.
My name? It's Siri.
I know that. Name a random country.
Here is what I found.
Nigeria, is that there? It is there. Okay, I'm telling you, it's not, they didn't say it or anything, but it's there. Nigeria. That is a bit of an interesting one. Okay then. I don't think I've ever sent a scout away to Nigeria, and I don't think I've ever seen anyone in any other career mode I've watched send a scout away to Nigeria, but okay. Nigeria it is then. Good luck, Gordon. Yeah, they're going to think you're there with like the help or the Peace Corps or some shit. I don't know, but no, we're trying to find some world-class footballers. Hey, I mean, stuff at Nigeria is a good footballing nation. They've got themselves to the World Cup, so surely there'll be someone decent in there. We'll wait and see. Hopefully we end up finding the next like career mode icon, the next cult hero in my series here from Nigeria. You never know. We'll wait and see what happens. So, until the next episode, guys, where we continue our Premier League title push, or at least trying to get into the top 4. That is where we are at this point. From finishing 11th in the previous season, building a bit of a squad that is, I consider, my own, and now I'm just wreaking havoc in the Premier League. Unfortunately, not in any other cup competition, but it's on the cards. Champions League genuinely on the cards, and if not that, at least some sort of European football. God forbid, maybe even a title if I can keep this going. It'd be unreal. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next video, my name is MasterBucks. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a good one.